I see you found this video, so we must be on the same timeline. Let's talk about how to recognize when someone's energy is not for you. And I'm not talking about your usual dark cloud. And this is not about judging people. And because it can cost you time, peace, child, your progress. This video is about reading patterns early. How can I say this clearly? You weren't meant for everyone. First, let's talk about the body. Your body is going to tell you before your mind does. Pay attention to your body. Unclench your jaws now. And if your chest is tight, relax your chest. Deep breath. And that tension is making your posture bad. And your posture is keeping you tight. Come on now. And nothing's even happened yet. But you and I know something is off. Don't dismiss that. That's information. So ask yourself, are you feeling settled right now, or are you on the edge? Another way for you to notice that someone's energy is not for you, their words and actions do not match. They'll say one thing and consistently be doing a whole nother thing. And if you find yourself explaining why, oh, I know it ain't you, it's somebody else, right? Well, maybe they didn't mean it. Maybe I misunderstood. Just like them files ain't lying, patterns don't lie. Matter of fact, I need a t-shirt and it'll say, patterns don't lie, bitch. So ask yourself, am I believing what they say or am I believing what they're showing? Because those are not the same things. Another way to recognize, you feel drained after every interaction. I didn't say tired, I said drained. Like you need to go somewhere and recover from them. Likely you're doing all the emotional work, and that's not a healthy connection. There's an imbalance. You got two people, and they should be giving and receiving equal amounts of energy. However, one is putting out more than the other, and the other one is receiving everything the other one is putting out. And the one that's receiving the most, every time they pull away, they're pulling on the energy of the one that's putting out more. We won't even get into elements. We won't even get into water. We won't even get into fire, passion. There's just an imbalance. So ask yourself, when you leave this person, when you leave this place, do you feel clear or do you feel confused and heavy? Oh, but wait, there's more. You know when someone's energy is not for you, when you're not fully showing up as yourself. You shrink down, you edit, remix yourself. You're always overthinking how they receive you. And truthfully, that's your system wanting to stay stable and safe. But let's revisit that analogy. There's two people and one's giving more energy to the other than there being an equal exchange of energy. Most people don't realize that type of shrinking combined with someone pulling your energy away from you, it leads to system failure because your body and your mind both want to be safe. So ask yourself, are you relaxed after interactions or were you performing? Child, let me keep going. And another way, you know someone's energy is not meant for you because you keep trying to prove that it's not that bad. Everyone wants conveniences, but when you have to look for a reason to stay though, your mind is always looking for patterns. But when you're always gathering small bits of positive, your discomfort will always be the consistency because that's not real data. That's not real moments to live by. That's not a real wave to be on. If you're looking for proof that it's not that bad, does it need to get any worse? You don't have to negotiate with yourself at all. So ask yourself, why am I convincing myself to stay? Because here's the truth. Trying to convince yourself that someone or something is for you and it's really not, you're causing subtle friction. And that friction does not look like chaos. That type of friction does not look like drama, but something is just off. And when you ignore it just long enough, that friction turns to fire and that becomes the lesson. And I don't know who needs to hear this. You don't need damage control to know what you feel. You can observe it. And when you see it, you need to decide how to move on early because that's a calm, fierce power. Listen, get so good, people cut themselves off. Learn to read patterns early on because you'll know when to cut off energy early. And when people show their true colors, baby, you already knew. That's the message. That's it. That's all. Bye, baby.